Hello everyone, I'm Phantom Zwei, and today we're going to be combing over the coming year's worth of content coming to the English version of Fate Grand Order. Specifically, we'll be looking at the gacha campaigns and the 4 and 5 star servants as they are released and when they're going to be on Raid Up. I won't be talking about 3-star servants as they're generally fairly easy to acquire over time, so you don't really need to plan for them, nor the craft essences because, well, this video is going to be long enough already. Also, be aware that I will be referring to the servants by their names, so there will be spoilers on servant identities if you're sensitive to that sort of thing. Hopefully I don't butcher too many names. I'll be using the Japanese schedule as it occurred in 2016 as reference material, since the English version is currently roughly 2 years behind the Japanese version of the game. But bear in mind that the English version may well continue to accelerate things, implement a unique spin on some of the campaigns as they did with the Thanksgiving event, or even skip or completely alter a campaign's lineup. Basically, nothing is guaranteed, so just keep that in mind as you watch and make your plans to roll. As I hope this video to be a fairly straightforward resource, I'll be breaking the content of the video up month by timestamp in the description. So if there's a certain period or an event that you're unclear about, you can reference the description box to find it. And if there's any interest, I may even break things up further, but we'll see. All of this information that I'll be throwing at you today has been compiled by the Fate community over at the FateGo Wikia page, so all credit to them, and I will link to that site in the description if you want to take a look for yourself. Okay, so enough with the disclaimers, let's get into this. To kick off the year, Japan got a guaranteed 5-star summon banner that required the use of paid courts. But we may not get this because it lines up very closely with what the English version got for the Thanksgiving event. There's been no word as of yet on this campaign, but for completion's sake, the included 5-star servants at the time were Arturia, Altera, Okita, Mordred, Orion, Drake, Jack, Zhugliang, aka Waver, Tamamo, Vlad, and Jean. In the English version's Thanksgiving event, London wasn't out yet, so we didn't have the potential for Jack or Mordred, but it was otherwise identical. Only time will tell if we get a second opportunity for a guaranteed 5-star so soon. Whether we get this campaign or not, we can expect to get another New Year's summon banner. This one centered around the new 5-star Lancer, Karna, and the new 5-star Archer, Azurna. Also available for a time during this campaign will be the limited servants Gilgamesh, Kintoki, and Skahak. Zwei from the future here, aka mid-editing, to note that this banner has since been announced in the English version of the game, but it looks like it's just an alternating banner of Karna and Azurna rather than having Gilgamesh, Skahak, and Kintoki included in it. But they have said that there is more to come for the New Year's campaign, so maybe they'll do something with these servants still included in it, maybe they won't. Again, just remember this is a guideline, and take it as such. The following summons is the second London banner, and the raid-ups for this banner include the 5-star Archer, Nikola Tesla, and the 4-star Lancer, Arturia Alter Lancer. The Saber Wars event brings the next summon banner with it, where we'll be introduced to the new 5-star Assassin, Mysterious Heroine X, bringing with her a raid-up for the 4-star Sabers, Arturia Alter, and Nero Claudius. Oh, and since this is a video based around planning for the future and shaping your roster, I'll also be noting the free servants that you can expect to get from events here for your convenience. That said, you can expect to get the 4-star Saber, Saber Lily, for the grind of the Saber Wars event. Whether you already have her or not from the release campaign at the launch of the game, you'll be able to acquire and NP5 her here. Bringing us into February is the 5 million download summon banner. It's very likely that we'll have a different milestone to commemorate this banner, but if and when it does come about, we'll have raid-ups for the 5-star Lancer, Brynhildr, as well as the 4-star Berserker, Beowulf, and the Lancer, Fionn. Following that, we have the much-anticipated Valentine's Day event. It brings a loaded summon banner along with it, ushering in the new 5-star Saber, Nero Bride, with a raid-up, as well as giving a rotating schedule of raid-ups, 1 day each, to other 5-stars along with Nero Bride, who is on raid-up the entire time. Those servants include Arturia, Altera, Jean, Orion, Tamamo, Drake, Jack, and Mordred. It's also worth noting that only female servants are included in this summon pool, so no Sumanai spooks here. Next, we have the Kata no Kyoukai collaboration event. It also brings a new gacha banner to roll on. In that banner, we have a Type Moon character that didn't originate from the Fate franchise, the new 5-star Saber, Ryogi Shiki. She's the only rate-up servant here, but you can get an NP5, a 4-star assassin version of Shiki, just by participating in the event. I don't know about everyone else, but between this and the Valentine's Day event, February is looking like a really exciting time in the game to me. Moving into March, we have the... oh boy. Cries of the Vengeful Demon in the Prison Tower event. Just rolls off the tongue. Anyway, the new summon banner will introduce and have rate up for the first Avenger-class servant introduced to the game, Edmund Dantes. Speaking of fun event names, next we've got the Chaldea Boys Collection event. In a way, the counterpart to the Valentine's Day event that was themed around the Fate Go ladies, this one focuses on the gentlemen. Only men are included in this summoning pool, which has a rate up on the new 5-star ruler, Amakasa Shiro, as well as the 4-star rider, Astolfo. At certain times during this banner, there will also be rate ups for the following 5-star units: Vlad, Waver, and Tesla. The following summon banner was in commemoration of DW's exhibition at Anime Japan 2016, so it's a safe bet to assume that the theme of this banner will be changed at the very least. But as it was in Japan, it offered a rate up once more for the 5-star Lancer Karna and the 5-star Archer Adjourna. Along with the new story chapter, the E Pluribus Unum Singularity brings a new summon banner with its release. Included on rate up are the new 5-star Berserker Florence Nightingale, as well as the new 4-star caster, Helena Blavatsky, and 4-star Saber, Rama. Rolling into April with the momentum of a new story chapter right behind, Fate Go arrives at what may very well end up being the end to many a player's wallets, with the release of the new event, Da Vinci and the 7 Counterfeit Heroic Spirits. This summon banner marks the arrival of the popular limited 5-star Avenger-class servant, Jeanne d'Arc Alter, who is the lone servant on rate up at this time. I get the feeling everyone at Aniplex will be getting a raise around this time. All I can say is good luck, and roll responsibly, guys. The next 2 summon banners are pretty much a pair in theme, and center around Fate Zero. Here we have the pre-event Fate Excel Zero Order summon banner, which offers rate-ups on Gilgamesh, Arturia, and Lancelot. As the event begins, we get another new gacha banner alongside. This new one includes the popular new 5-star rider, Iskandar, on rate-up. The powerful caster, Waver, will also be on a rotating rate-up, giving you an opportunity to just roll for Iskandar on rate-up, or Iskandar and Waver both on rate-up. Also, the 4-star assassin, Emiya Assassin, will be on rate-up throughout. May arrives, but we haven't forgot about the E Pluribus Unum Singularity just yet. A second Singularity summon banner comes around to give rate up to the 5-star rider, Medivh. And here's a third. This banner actually is quite notable though, as the extremely powerful 5-star Berserker, Ku Alter, finally gets a rare rate up. I personally know a few people that are already planning for this one, which says something. Thomas Edison, the 4-star caster, will also be on rate up throughout. Just before the introduction of a new type of event, the Japanese version of the game saw a rate up banner solely centered on the powerful 5-star Berserker Kintoki at the end of May, which brings us to June. With the Rashomon event, we get an interesting new type of event, and with that of course comes a new summon banner. We have rate up on the brand new 5-star assassin, Shuten Doji. Bottoms up! The next banner arrives with the Journey to the West event, where the new 5-star caster, Xuanzang, whose name I hopefully just didn't completely butcher, will be on rate up along with the 4-star Lancer, Li Shuwen. Moving on, there was then a commemorative banner based around achieving 6 million downloads of Fate Go in Japan, so we can probably expect this campaign to have a different theme. Regardless, if the English version does get it in some form, Skahak and Skahak alone will be on rate up for this banner. Halfway through the year, and our first summon banner of July comes with an exciting event for the year, the Onigashima event. This event is particularly noteworthy because the event reward for this one is an exceptionally good 4-star, Sakata Kintoki Rider. but the summon banner also introduces and has rate up for the powerful 5-star berserker, Minamoto no Yorimitsu, aka Raiko, as well as the 4-star berserker, Ibaraki Doji. There won't be much time for your quartz reserves to recover though, because Camelot will roll around later in July, along with a new gacha banner. This time we'll have rate ups for the new 5-star rider, Ozymandias, as well as 2 4-stars, the caster Nitocris and Saber Lancelot. I know this is one I won't be passing up. At the end of July came the first year anniversary celebration in Japan, but this is where we come across one of those clear discrepancies. In English, the game launched in late June, so it's likely that we'll get this series of banners, or something similar, actually earlier than what I'm listing here. But again, we're using this as a general guideline, so just keep that in mind. First, there's a new servant available in her own rate-up banner for the anniversary, and that is the 5-star caster, Leonardo da Vinci. That isn't all there is to this campaign, however. This campaign will mark what will probably be only the second guaranteed 5-star summon in the game. Like the first, it requires paid quartz for a 10 summon, and keep in mind that bonus quartz for purchases do not count as paid quartz. The way that this banner is handled is slightly different than just a bulk of servants where you draw a random 5-star though. Instead, there are actually 2 summon banners that you can pull from, but you have to select between the 2 for your 1 guaranteed 5-star roll. The servants included in the first banner that you can choose are Arturia, Altera, Mordred, Orion, Tesla, Adjourna, Karna, Arturia Lancer, and Jean. The second banner that you can choose includes Drake, Medib, Ozymandias, Jack, Waver, Tamamo, Sean Zhang, Vlad, Nightingale, and Ku Alter. Again, keep in mind that you have to choose one of these banners to pull on, and that you can only roll this paid guaranteed 5-star chance one time. A simple 30 quartz for a 5-star may start to feel pretty generous as we roll into August though, marking the start of the first Fate Go summer event. The swimsuit waifus will be entering the gacha in full force, with 2 summon banners coming out throughout the duration of the event. The first will mark the release and rate up of the 5-star bombshell, Lancer Tamamo, as well as the 4-stars, Rider Mordred, Archer Anne and Mary, and Lancer Kiyohime. The second banner for the summer event brings a servant that I personally plan to be taking my chances on, and that's the 5-star summer Archer Arturia. She'll be on rate up with the 4-stars Ruler Martha and Caster Marie Antoinette. Yeah, this period of year is going to be rough on the wallet. Following up on the summer event, the second Camelot Singularity summon banner slides in at the tail end of August, putting Arturia Lancer on rate up as the featured 5-star. Additionally, the Saber Gawain and Archer Tristan both join her as 4-stars on rate up. A new month, a new event. As September hits, the Prisma Causeway collaboration event begins, offering a new free 4-star servant up for grabs for participation. Following up on Rider Kentoki, who was an exceptionally good welfare servant, this time we get Chloe von Einsburn, who is actually really impressive too. As far as the gacha goes, the new banner for this event brings the new 5-star caster, Ilya. Joining her on rotation rate up is fellow 5-star, Medib. The 4-stars on rate up include Media Lily, Nursery Rhyme, and Helena. It's a very caster-loaded rate up banner, so if you need gold casters, this is a good chance. Following the Prisma Ilya event is a bit of an oddity. There's a summon banner that is divided up by class. Each day, a different class will be on rate up. So for example, the first day is Saber rate up, second Archer day, etc, etc. Limited servants are not included in the class rate ups, but practically every non-limited servant of the class for that day is on rate up. The Wikia page has a list of every servant on rate up day by day, but it would take 5 minutes for me just to list them off, so I'll leave it at that for brevity's sake. Inserting my own opinion here, this might not be so bad if you find yourself utterly lacking servants in a single class, but this is a really bad banner to roll on if you're hunting for a specific servant. Based on my understanding of how this banner works, there are so many servants on rate up that your chances of rolling the one that you actually want are even lower than typical rate ups. just keep that in mind. Reaching the end of September, we have our first recognizable event from the beginning of the English version. Nero Festival Redux is not exactly the same event though, and the gacha is different as well. In the banner, we'll have both Nero Bride as the featured 5-star on Rate Up, as well as classic 4-star Nero joining her. If you're a fan of Nero and don't have enough Umu in your teams by this time, this is the perfect opportunity. Reaching the last quarter of the year, if you weren't so lucky earlier in the year trying to get Jeanne Alter, there will be another chance for you to get her in whatever equivalent the English version creates for what was the Japanese version's 7 million downloads campaign. There, the ever-powerful 5-star Avenger herself makes a return. Like before, she's the sole servant on Rate Up, so good luck to us all. Right on Jeanne Alter's heels is Elizabeth, making her spooky return in the first official event rerun of the game. This will be a direct repeat of the first 2017 Halloween event on the English version, which was the 2015 event in Japan. It gets a little confusing sorting this out. Anyway, the event is the same, and even the summon banner is the same, offering up Tamamo no Mai as the featured 5-star Rate Up, with Tamamo Cat and Carmilla as Rate Up 4 stars. Though there's the rerun, that doesn't mean that there's not a new Halloween event though. This new event will follow directly after the rerun, offering new challenges, a new welfare servant for event participation, as well as a new summon banner. The new event servant is a Saber class, Elizabeth Brave. The summon banner includes new servants Cleopatra, a limited 5-star assassin, as well as Vlad Extra, a 4-star lancer. Moving into November, we have a strange case to start things off. The Fate Extella commemoration campaign, which brought with it a bundle of servants on Rate Up that are included in the PS4 and Vita release, which was later ported to Switch and PC, but anyway. Fate Extella launched in 2016. By this time, it'll be late 2018. Commemorating Fate Extella is awfully late by this time, so I don't know if we'll even get this campaign in any form, especially considering that both the Mystic Code and CEs that were included in this campaign as perks were already given to us English players. But regardless, you never know. So the 5-star servants included on Rate Up are Arturia, Altera, Karna, Drake, Tamamo, and Jeanne, while the 4 stars are Nero, Gawain, Emiya, Elizabeth, and Li Shuin. Following the crowded Fate Extella campaign is actually another very busy banner, this one themed around Arturia's famed Knights of the Round Table. This banner will include Rate Ups for 5 stars Arturia, Mordred, and Arturia Lancer, as well as 4 stars Arturia Alter, Saber Lancelot, Gawain, Tristan, Arturia Alter Lancer, and Lancelot. Proving that Aniplex isn't the only ones fond of bringing Christmas early, DW actually ran the 2015 Christmas event rerun in mid-November in Japan. Maybe we'll get it in October? Who knows? Anyway, the gacha is identical to the 2017 English event, including Jack the Ripper as the featured Rate Up 5-star, as well as Nursery Rhyme and Marie Antoinette as Rate Up 4 stars. I'm not sure what the occasion was, but for whatever reason, at the end of November, Ruler Class 5-star Amakasa Shiro got a random solo Rate Up banner, so the English version will probably get something similar late in the year. If you enjoyed him in Apocrypha or just want a ruler, here's another shot at him. And another solo campaign actually began while Amakusa's was still running, that being a Rate Up for the 5-star Saber, Altera. The new Christmas event for the coming year has a single Rate Up servant, that being the long-awaited feature 5-star archer, Ishtar. Hopefully you're good for the coming year though, because we'll also be getting the 4-star Lancer servant, Jeanne d'Arc Alter Santa Lily, as a reward for participating in the Christmas event itself. Moving into December proper, a lot of the banners mentioned in November actually carry through into a portion of December, but the release of Babylonia marks the first one that begins in December. With the new story Singularity, of course, comes a new gacha banner, this one including the new 5-star featured servant, the Lancer, Enkidu, as well as the 4 stars, Caster Gilgamesh, and Lancer Medusa. The second banner for Babylonia follows shortly after the first, ushering in the new 5-star rider, Quetzalcoatl, on Rate Up, as well as the new 4-star Avenger, Gorgon. And at last, At the very end of the year comes the last chapter of the original Singularities, the end of Fate Go 1.0 essentially. I'm avoiding listing the Singularity title just in case anybody doesn't know of it and is sensitive about in-game spoilers. Honestly, I'm avoiding particulars myself, but the final battle also offers a new raid-up banner as well, and I'm sure a lot of you are already familiar with this. That's right, it's for the controversial, utterly OP monster of a 5-star caster, Merlin. He is a limited servant, and this is a solo raid-up, so if you want a Buster meme, this will be your first opportunity to take the Magus of Flowers home. And that's pretty much it. If there's any errors in this, I do apologize. It's an enormous amount of information to compile, so I know it's a ton to take in. Again, remember that there are timestamps in the description if you want to reference any of this in the future, and do keep in mind that the English version may not, and in fact probably won't, move at the same pace as the Japanese version, given that Aniplex has said that they do want to try and catch up over time. So think of this as a guideline, not gospel. If you've made it all the way to the end and you found this informative, please do leave a like, and if you know people that might find it useful, help share it around. Also, leave a comment and let me know what you thought of the video, as well as what you think of the schedule, how it'll go in the English version, and of course your gacha plans for 2018. Subscribe to the channel if you want more Fate Go videos, as well as my usual visual novel Let's Plays, and the very occasional review and or stream. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.